Welcome back to Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists. This week, we're talking IP. Not the Marvel Cinematic Universe, but the Kellogg's Cinematic Universe.
That's right. As every single brand tries to make a stake at building a world of their own in the realm of cinema, Kellogg's is next to the plate with a bevy of characters, products, cereals, cookies, and breakfast foods that are going to be gracing your silver screen very soon.
We gathered these 4 directors of the upcoming Kellogg's films to talk process, IP, and cereal.
So let's sit back, relax, and listen in as you take a bite of delicious cereal movies. Let's listen in.
And welcome to the wonderful Dynasty Typewriter Theater. Wow, this is
guys, this is
amazing.
crazy.
This is awesome. This really rocks. This really rocks.
I've been on just so many email threads with you guys.
Yes.
But it's so fun to like
threads.
finally sit down and meet the faces behind the email signatures.
Yes, I mean, and you're all legends in your own right, of course, and we've all been out there and filmmaking. And then when Kellogg's approached, I don't know how it was for you, but when Kellogg's approached me, it seemed to be very urgent, very fast. We have to get these movies out 18 months right away.
Mm-hmm.
And all the emails I get from Kellogg's, by the way, and I love this company. I love this company.
This whole
We
thing.
love
I
Kellogg's.
love this company.
We absolutely love Kellogg's.
Cereal. I love it.
Have you noticed all the emails are between about 6:30 a.m. and 9:30 a.m.?
And then they're just dead quiet.
And they're done. Because I'll be honest, and I love Kellogg's.
Love
Not-
Kellogg's.
Love them, and I
It's
love
not-
Kellogg's.
It's not a filling breakfast. You kind of crash around 10 a.m. That's kind of what cereal is. If you eat cereal at 6, you need another thing in the middle of the day.
And I love them. And I think
And
there's
I
a
love-
place for them.
So fantastic.
There's a place for them in the home and on the screen.
Yes.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And let's go through it. I think we should talk about the movies that we're putting together. As
Absolutely.
you know, there's at least 4 movies in play. We're all directors of different films in the Kellogg universe. We're on the threads to connect the threads.
There
Wow.
it is.
Which is really
Genius.
fun.
It's really special that none of us actually went into contract negotiations until all of us were kind of doing it. It's
Yeah.
kind of like how is it James Cameron's doing it, right? Where you film them all together, right? And then they're going to figure out how to release them when it happens.
And James
Exactly.
Cameron is doing the Pringles movie for
Yes.
And happy
So
for
that's-
him.
which is lunch,
Sorry.
so that's not us.
Yeah,
Which is
not
lunch,
us.
so that's a different round table.
Lunch/snack.
That's noon, and that's noon,
And
But-
that's
not
noon.
us.
And
And
great
guys,
directors
be
on
careful.
that panel.
I don't want to reveal too much, but there might be a universe crossover where lunch and snack meets breakfast. But that's years
Well,
away.
well,
Years.
I want
Years
to
into
away.
the content
Let's
calendar.
say breakfast for dinner.
Years
breakfast
into the
for
content
dinner.
calendar.
Years.
Years into the content
Years.
Yeah,
calendar.
well,
into the
Breakfast for Dinner is the Sam Raimi one that he's doing.
Oh,
it's
I can't wait.
whacked.
Well, Breakfast for Dinner is a musical.
yeah.
Did you hear?
Yeah, I
What?
heard.
Yeah.
I heard.
Yeah.
I did read that email.
Yeah.
It was such a hard thread to parse through. It's forwards on forwards on forwards on forwards. You
What's
know,
that breakfast cookie called?
you got it.
Cookie- Kellogg's
Cookie Crisp,
Cookie Crisp?
right?
The one that's a
Well, that's
ton
a
of
cookie
tiny
cereal.
cookies.
No, I'm
a
talking
cookie.
about this is
Talking
actually
about
snack.
that, like, it's called like Buena Vista or something.
Buena
isn't it?
Vista. I heard Sean Baker's tat on for Buena Vista.
Sean Baker's on for that.
Sean Baker's from Buena Vista.
Gritty.
And that's in a different content calendar. It's much later. in
I
the
heard he's
afternoon,
shooting
of
Buena
course.
Vista on an Android.
That's
Listen,
insane.
Razor.
my name is Henry Shambles Jr. I am the director of
Junior.
the Frosted Flakes movie.
Huge.
I am the one trusted with helming Tony the Tiger.
Huge.
So,
Yes.
He's being humble. He's basically the Jon Favreau of
well,
the world.
look, I've been involved. It's been pretty incredible to be involved, and I'm happy all of you guys got involved. I was the first person that got asked to do it. It's funny because I've made a lot of irreverent, wacky, quirky indies where I was known for just flying by the seat of my pants. And I could do whatever I wanted. And my movies, we just grabbed a couple cameras, we went out into the wilderness, and we just shot whatever we wanted to with my friends.
I mean, can I say Three Babies Raise Another Baby is one of my all-time favorite comedies.
Thank you
I've
so
ever
much.
seen.
Yes, it's
Thank
so funny. It's so funny.
So
and,
genius.
And those
You know,
babies, they're real. They're
Well, yeah.
real babies.
You guys know we did that bean scene in one take.
Yes.
Didn't do the beans.
Where the beans, oh my God, the smallest baby ran. All the baby's trying to use a can opener to open a can of beans, and finally
Yeah.
the baby's baby does it.
Yeah.
I watched Boss Baby the other day, and I went, too convoluted. I just want babies.
Yes.
3 babies raising a baby. It was incredible. But it was really fun to get involved in this project.
I mean, Tony the Tiger is kind of he's the Superman of the cereal world. I'd say.
But they knew who they were bringing on, right? And they said, we want something irreverent. We want something tongue-in-cheek. We want something really fun and enjoyable. So I went in and I wrote whatever I wanted. And we're on draft 44 of the script.
Same. I'm about 30 drafts.
You're
in.
30 drafts in?
62.
Mm-hmm.
V62.
Really,
And
we're shooting on the first for mine, but go ahead.
And I love Kellogg. I love Kellogg's. I love Kellogg's.
Kellogg's.
We
But
love,
it's-
and they're so
great girls.
fantastic.
They're great girls over there.
They're great girls.
Great girls.
But I will say it's almost like they didn't know what they were asking for when they started. Have you guys felt that?
They said free range. You give us whatever you think is a great idea.
Yeah.
Like we wanted to give you as much creative liberty as possible. And with every draft, I feel like they actually didn't mean that, even in the slightest.
Yeah.
It's
You know?
almost like when someone goes up to the coffee counter and they're looking for, and they don't know, and somehow that wondering in front of the barista lasts longer
Mhm.
than when
Yeah.
you wonder on your own. They go, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
You're like, the milk's getting cold. We steamed it. It's getting cold.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Exactly.
And so I did just send in a draft earlier that was kind of an FU draft. And it's
Whoa.
really passive-aggressive. It's
Okay.
really silly.
That's awesome.
Tony the Tiger. You know, in my world, Tony the Tiger starts as this, like, lovable, bumbling hero. And then with Frosted Flakes, he becomes a superstar.
Yeah.
And so I just filled it with farts and
Jack
and
Black's body transformation for this, like he is so jacked now.
he's so, and pun intended, and he
Yes,
keeps saying it.
exactly.
You should hang out with him on set. He loves to hang out on set. It's almost like it's hard to get him to roll, but it's really fun, and I love Jack Black.
Or Jacked Black. Is
Jack
what they're
Black
Jack
is what he's
Black,
been
yes.
saying. But yeah, we'll see what they say. I think they said they were going to call me sometime today, but I hope they like my draft because it's definitely a little tongue-in-cheek.
God, what did you put in there?
I did a lot of Tony the Tiger looking straight to camera going, is this what you want, Kellogg's?
That's genius.
So I hope they love
that
it.
That's
just
funny.
grabbed me by the balls.
I hope they
Well,
love it.
meta stuff. They love meta
Yeah.
stuff.
They love
yeah.
specifically Facebook's meta stuff.
Yeah.
you know?
Yes.
They do wanna
love
set a
the
lot of meta.
crossover
They
of the
do.
meta
Yeah.
stuff.
Let's settle on that.
Tony's our Iron Man, and it's been fun to be his guy.
That's awesome.
Yes, well, I'm Elisa, and I am, from
Is
the.
that 3 Elises or 2?
Lisa.
Well, if you were,
Is it Lisa?
So it's
I think that's what you said, yeah.
Elisa. It's Elisa. You know, my,
And
my
I
mo-
know this. I just thought the email was maybe you accidentally.
I thought it was
or
you couldn't get
or
Lisa
was
Elisa.
taken, Yeah.
No. My mother was Lisa, and my grandmother was Elisa. And
So that makes
I-
sense that you would be
Drop
Lisa,
one each
Lisa,
generation,
Lisa.
or
We drop one, we sandwich in the middle, we kind of just jumbled. And I plan to do the same with my daughter. She will be Lisa. And
So there's no rhyme or reason.
no, we kind of, the rules of the family are we
Right.
can kind of anagram it however we want.
Because that's not the same. You know what I mean? You said I plan to do the same.
feels like a joke.
No, it's
Said
not.
I
You're
plan to do the same.
you're
and
so
you did
funny. You're
I
so
know.
funny.
I have
No.
a sharp eye.
Yeah, you do. Well, I am directing the Rice Krispie movie.
Ooh,
The
see,
Boys.
this
The
was
Boys.
so good.
Snack, Crackle, and Pop. And notice we changed the name from Snap to Snack because he is hot in this. He is
Whoa,
a hot guy.
He's a
so
snack.
He's a snack.
Yeah.
He's a snack. We've got Chris Hemsworth, Tim Meadows, and rounding out the cast, we have Harry Styles. So it's
so
it's
exciting.
a real.
You have run into some controversy though about the name change. I've heard people, the Kellogg's Warriors, as they like to call themselves, they are obsessed with keeping the lore to the original comic book in their eyes, which is
Yes.
a cereal box.
The Reddit is not happy with me, and I will say they're primarily angry about two things. One, name from Snap to Snack, and two, female director, which is always tough. It's always
I can't
tough.
imagine.
It's always tough. But in my version, we're sort of And it's interesting. I do. It's interesting to hear that you're all on draft, dozens of drafts, 45 for you even.
Yeah.
Because as I mentioned, we are shooting on draft 1, and so I'm starting to wonder what Kellogg's plans for Snack Crackle Pop. And you'll notice I just changed the name to Crapple.
You don't need to commit to these.
So
You can actually have misspoken too.
You can have
Lisa,
misspoken. Because so far, it feels like everything, it's accidentally a misspeak.
It almost feels like
Even your name.
Lisa. It almost feels like you had a director once that said never admit a mistake. You had a teacher, you had a mentor that said.
That's so interesting. I mean, yes, that's true, but I would say that's more of a coincidence. I wouldn't say that anything I've ever said has been a mistake.
So he's Crapple now.
So he's
Crapple now.
So we got Snack, Crapple, and Pop. and Pop has not changed. And so, you know, and it's interesting. It's kind of a fly-by-night situation. As I mentioned, we are shooting on draft 1, and I sent Kellogg's the draft, and the email that I got back was forward, and then they said, yeah, green light.
They use different capital letters and sizes of font.
Yes,
Yeah.
sort of like a roller coaster, where
Sounds
someone's
like your daughter's name.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes,
congrats.
exactly. Very funny.
Congrats on pre-po being so fast. That's
Yes,
cool.
thank
That's
you.
so
It's-
exciting for you.
We're really excited. Pretty much everything has been a yes, and with such speed. And it's interesting because we're taking a lot of big swings. You know, we're doing sort of a power struggle between the 3 men to become the Crispy King. And well. Look at me rambling about my plot. We don't need to get into it, but
I think that's why we're here. You
The
can get
Crispy
into it.
King. The Crispy King.
the Crispy King, yes, the Crispy King who reigns over all of cereal and milk and determines what.
They're setting up a Thanos.
Yeah,
they're
they
setting
are.
up a Thanos.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we
yeah,
are,
yeah.
and there is the Thanos of our story is oat milk.
Not the Crispy King. Okay,
No.
got it.
No, so the Crispy King.
No, Oat Milk's a character, and he's real.
And you know, I haven't seen Thanos, but from my understanding, Thanos is sort of the anti-hero, and so we
Villain. He's a villain.
Yeah, I've never misspoken.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
there that is.
So now we have to go to Marvel and tell them they're wrong.
Yeah, I have not misspoken. I'd like to say everything I've said has been on purpose. So I'd just like to have that established right out the gate. And that's the kind of set I'm trying to run. But I'd love to hear about your movies.
Well, yeah. So my name is Jerome Girop, and I am an indie director and a commercial director. I do a lot of music videos too, and I was gifted a very exciting project, the Applejacks movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been rough, to be honest, and I love Kellogg's. I love
Great
Kellogg's.
girls over there.
Great girls
Great
over there.
girls.
But I
We
will
love 'em.
say, I was trying to push for like almost like a rebrand, a reinvention. They are doubling down hard that they want the cinnamon stick to be Jamaican and the apple to still be bad.
What's his name?
Oh, so actually, this is not my pitch. This is the actual name of the cinnamon stick, Cinnamon. Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Yes. That's
So you really understand he's Jamaican, and the apple's name is Bad Apple, which is an adjective for a name.
Now, are they friends?
They are friends and enemies. It's kind of a road trip movie where have you seen the movie Due Date?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That movie kind of came and went. I
Yes,
can't believe that's a
very-
reference.
Yes, so that's
Yeah.
the reference.
I don't think I've ever
And
heard
we
that
are
movie
using
referenced ever.
due date left and right. They keep talking due date, due date, due date, due date. Due date, but Jamaican due date.
Yeah.
So it is
Jamaican due date.
Jamaican due date,
And
if you
you're
can
doing
believe
it.
it.
and you're
And I'm
it.
doing it. Yes.
And
Jerome Girop is doing the Jamaican version of Due Date.
And I
with
think it's
cereal.
interesting that, you
For
know,
kids.
they are doubling down on but you've got Robert Pattinson as Cinnamon,
So
right?
another huge point of contention in this film was they really were pushing for Robert Pattinson.
And I don't want to correct you, but you said Cinnabon, and the character's name is Cinnamon.
So I've never misspoken. Don't you have a character named Cinnabon as well?
You know what? I just got an email. Yes, we do now, unfortunately.
So I've
that.
never misspoken.
It's so cool.
So Cinnamon's cousin is named Cinnabon.
Wow.
Is
they
that
are-
a franchise
Congrats.
tie-in or no?
No, again, a legal nightmare. They're pushing for
God.
the name Cinnabon, knowing full well there's a company called Cinnabon, and it's just tough. So Robert Pattinson is in there, and he wants to do full Jamaican accent, and we are really trying.
He shouldn't do that.
He really shouldn't do it, but boy, does he love to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is like Chet Hanks. That's one of
Oh,
his main
yeah.
inspirations.
Oh yes.
So it's a really interesting process. I mean, what I'm learning right now is how to weave a line between what you want and what will ruin your career.
Yes, exactly.
Uh-huh.
Are you taking care of yourself? Are you sleeping? Are you?
You know, every once in a while, I'll go online and I'll play one game of Marvel Snap, and that is, I think, enough for me.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, I mean, you're a big time director.
I'm a huge time
Yeah.
director.
And
Yeah.
I think you should claim your space. I don't
Well,
mean to like be
I
inappropriate.
mean, you're
here,
the
but
one who got Chloe Sevigny her Indie Spirit Award.
Yes.
I mean, your movie was like the one that did it.
Yeah, so my movie with Chloe Sevigny, A Girl in a Giant Coat, won her a Spirit Award. She was so fantastic
But
and
also you
so
fought-
difficult to work with. So I'm used to it.
So you're used to
Okay,
it. So you
good.
could do this.
Used to it. It's. I feel like everybody in Hollywood kind of has their own obstacle, their own hurdle, and my hurdle is constantly figuring out how to work with the most difficult things given to you, and how do you make art with
And
that.
that's an art. That's an art.
That's an art. So very excited for you guys to see the Applejacks movie coming out very, very soon once we nail that draft and get through legal.
That's amazing.
Uh-huh.
Hey guys, how is everybody? I'm George Sevigny, and
Oh, so close to Chloe Sevigny.
oh, it's almost like I heard it and had nothing. I'm George Sevigny, and I don't think Kellogg's is going to listen to this. You think?
No.
No.
Well,
I mean,
no, I
maybe.
think-
They
I'm
did
just-
set
I
it
think
up,
we're-
but
No.
I don't think they listen to things.
I'm really struggling, guys.
What? What's going on?
on?
What's going on,
Well,
George?
tell the movie that you're
George.
working on.
I'm working on the Mini Wheats movie.
Oh,
Oh, and that
Okay.
and
that sounds easy.
He doesn't have a name, guys. The Mini Wheat guy. It's not an animal.
Yeah,
it's not
well-
a boy.
He's
Well, he's
literally
got
a
that little-
cereal.
he's got that little
He is a
smile.
smile. And that's
Yeah.
it. He just has the smile and legs.
Just that.
I don't
open-
have something to pull from.
Well, what are your references? What did they tell you?
Yeah, for
keep-
me, they kept on saying Jamaican due date.
Yeah. And for me, they said Iron Man, Iron Man, Iron Man.
And for me, they said, yeah, whatever you think is fine.
Believe it or not, I'm getting Manchester by the Sea.
Oh, yikes!
Okay? And
Yikes.
this isn't an. He
So
is
just
an
for
animal?
I don't know who's listening, but just for the listeners, Manchester to the Sea is a devastating movie about a man who cannot get over the grief of accidentally murdering his whole family
Yes.
via fire.
And
Via
then for the listener at
accidental
home,
fire.
Mr. Mini Wheats, or we don't know. I'm constantly banging my head against a wall, and I keep going. Is this an animal or a food?
And you're not caught up in the Manchester by the Sea aspect of it.
I
all?
can make anything work. Okay, you're looking at the guy who told Affleck, "Let's hire a duck."
Yes, I
Yeah,
remember that.
it's
That
you.
kind of
Like,
started your career.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but I think I just need a place of reference. We've been going back and forth. That's why it's nice to hear you talk about
Yeah.
struggles with the script
Yeah.
because we've just been struggling. Like, sure, they want like a deep drama
I mean,
about
there's
the mini wheat.
something so enticing imagining a mini wheat walk around a small New England town, kind of in real time, quietly sipping. I don't even know what a mini wheat would drink, and now I know the
That's-
issue you have.
Yeah,
Maybe
he has a
Milk.
mouth.
I feel like
Yeah.
in my head, mini wheats drink mouths drink milk because they expand when they get in the water.
Oh yeah.
So you're already getting too specific.
well, and so if that was the case, I would make that a Hulk. You know what I mean? I would make
Exactly,
mini wheat the Hulk
Trust me,
because they-
trust me, my guy. I've been there. I went. Let's make him change a little. Let's make him get swollen and angry. And boy, did that not go well.
I guess maybe we take a second to just figure out their Marvel kind of cinematic universe here because they've got a lot of different things they're trying to go with.
Right.
I'm not sure how it'll come
So
Yes.
we're
together.
the core 4. We're phase 1, right? We're Tony the Tiger, Snap, Crapple,
So
and
snack, crapple, and Bob.
Bob, and then Cinnamon and shredded mini wheat.
Applejacks. The character's name is
Sorry,
Cinnamon.
Apple Jacks.
Yeah.
And shredded mini wheats, and then
And just the product, not
And
a
then-
character.
Phase 2, we have, of course, we have
there's Toucan
Sam. We have the Keebler Elves.
Oh,
And it's
I
crazy
tried
that
to get my
Toucan
hands on those
Sam,
elves.
Yeah.
crazy that Toucan Sam didn't make it into Phase 1 because he feels almost like the second most beloved,
It
right?
feels pretty
He's
recognizable.
pretty recognizable.
But
Well, I
they're
think
very protective of the bird. They you know they wanted the bird to go to John Chu because they wanted someone with
they want it to be a
with
musical.
blockbuster,
And I will
and
say
they wanted it to be a
also
musical.
legally, I mean, Toucan Sam was tied down with Sony, and they're just
Yeah.
fighting a lot between
It's
that.
been
They're trying to
crazy.
figure out how to do it.
It looks like they might be doing a lot of Toucan Sam spin-off universe movies with Sony.
yeah.
Where we and so we don't know, but every time they use something over there, we can't
They've
use
got.
it.
I heard
they're
the pitch is Toucan Same, where
Yeah.
he accidentally clones himself a bunch of times.
Yeah,
and it's like
Toucan
this really
Same.
interesting of like which one.
Which really
That's
sounds like a
incredible.
sequel. Toucan Sam, like it doesn't
Yeah.
sound like the first movie that you go
No.
out with.
Mhm.
well, there's
No.
the whole spin-off about his wife that they're in production.
Oh yeah.
Toucan
Yeah.
Samstress.
Yes, Toucan Samstress.
Seamstress.
She's a seamstress.
And I told them, Samantha, it's easy. Samantha. But I think you got there first. And they wouldn't change it.
And
Toucan Samantha.
I actually think I remember a woman being named Samstress, and I think I remember that being a popular name. There's actually an American Girl doll based on that. So I think that
Samstress.
actually Samstress.
Like Toucan
has a-
Sammy.
Because Striss is such a common girl's ending of a name
Except
of how to
for
make
an
a.
occupation, which is why it's so interesting that it's such a popular American name.
So
I find
interesting.
etymology so interesting.
Etymology.
But
Yeah, but so it's
But-
very interesting. We are
Yes.
at the precipice of something that could be massive or something that could not be massive.
Mhm. It kind of all depends on your movie about
little
how
bit.
your movie
Depends
goes.
on my movie.
I keep thinking that I'll find my path once I watch you guys pave the way a little bit.
I am excited. I mean, how did you guys feel when because I saw you guys CC'd on that email when we all were asked to include the Apple Dance into our movie?
Mm-hmm.
It worked really well for me.
It did?
I gotta say, really well for me.
that probably
One of the
bought you what 45 seconds of time that you
Literally,
didn't have to be
yes.
racist.
Literally, I took a nap for a second. I went, God, thank you. One thing that works. Bad Apple is doing the Apple Dance.
That's
And he's
That's
doing it
what
very
he's supposed
tongue-in-cheek.
to do.
ace in the hole.
It's kind of one of our trailer moments. It's, I sing the apple, right? The kids
that's
are gonna
incredible.
love it.
That worked so perfectly for you.
That was good.
I'm glad that worked out
and
for
and I
you.
Tony's
would tell
is
you
good.
what the cinnamon says, but I won't.
Yeah,
I
good.
won't.
Yeah, don't do that.
I,
Yeah.
Tony's, it works for Tony because he's at his daughter's dance, which is it's just perfect.
Perfect.
And it's what I will say, it's also introducing the literal universe. We're building this. They call it serial world. You fall into the bowl, and then there's a black hole, and then you're in this universe where cereal is alive.
And they made sure to include in the lore, at least in the first forwarded email that I got, the creative brief was that there is a TikTok room within the black hole of cereal,
Right.
So that we're always able to use those things.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, no, I tried to incorporate the Apple Dance in shredded mini wheat. He's walking,
Yeah.
and a car drives by and it's playing the song.
And that's a great way to incorporate
That's
it.
a genius way to
That's really
incorporate it.
good.
Yeah, and
I
he's
have-
like kind of crying a little bit. And I asked if the tears could make him a little larger.
Yeah.
Got pushed back for that.
Why don't they
Why
want that to
don't
happen?
They want him to be a grounded man. I think the whole idea.
Oh, he's not even a mini wheat. He's a man.
I don't know. I don't know. Look at me. I direct commercials and make $60 million in a week.
Yeah.
A week.
A week.
What,
A week.
what commercials are you directing?
All of them. Every pharmacy commercial, and those boys pay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Non-union pharmacy commercials.
Yes. Those boys pay. I'm making so much money, and then I decided, okay, I want to get into IP. I want to get into stuff that's connected to a snack.
Mhm.
That's what
Yeah.
all the guys are doing these days.
Yeah.
So smart.
It's the way. It's the way to go.
Well, I actually do. I mean, like, I know we're allowed. They said we can give some spoilers. So I
Yeah.
did want to talk about some of the moments that you guys are most excited for in the movie. I will say one of my favorites in your first draft. I don't know if it's there, but kind of this big spoiler at the end of how we get connected to the whole universe is Tony the Tiger has a big sit down with corn syrup at the end, kind of post-credit scene.
So that's gone. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's gone because they had Reese Ifans in for corn syrup.
Remind me who that is.
Reese Ifans played the Lizard in the Spider-Man movies.
Oh, yes.
He kind of is the
The
Paul
Lizard?
Bettany. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
There's
yeah,
a Reese
yeah.
Ifans and there's a Paul Bettany. And we got Reese Ifans. And he didn't like the script. And he said, hey, you guys want a character to be corn syrup? Isn't corn syrup bad? And Kellogg's freaked out. And they said, how dare you embarrass us like that to me? And that was the first thing that went. And then I lost their trust. And they started hacking away at stuff.
Yikes.
Yeah.
And
So is there a post-credit scene at all now?
there's 15 post-credit scenes.
Wow.
Yeah, every 9 credits they show another scene.
Every
Whoa.
9
And
credits.
It's Tony becoming not even Tony Stark. It's Tony becoming Nick Fury, and so he's meeting all the characters.
Wow.
He's introducing. I'm enlisting a team. I'm enlisting a team. I'm enlisting.
He
a
is
team.
going
Yes,
around going,
that's incredible.
I'm enlisting a team.
Yeah.
That's
I'm
incredible.
enlisting a team. Yeah, exactly. And so
It's
yeah.
great that
Yeah.
I'm enlisting a team.
Yeah. He keeps
You're
saying
How
an
that.
many
actor,
times do
director,
you
aren't
say
you?
it's great in the script?
Yeah.
I think the current count is 89.
Okay.
He does it a lot.
One per page.
Yeah, one per page. It was a one per page requirement.
Wow.
And so,
Yeah, that's amazing.
but it's very exciting because the universe, there's so much room to expand. And I think what I love so much about making movies is plot. And sitting down and
Yes.
writing plot. So this has
Yes.
been a real exciting thing for me.
Yes,
I don't know about you.
breaking the plot.
Breaking
Yes.
the plot.
So
Let's
fun.
not.
I hate
no
dialogue.
No jokes.
I hate
No dialogue.
I hate
Yeah.
jokes. I love just going in there and going,
Yeah.
what would logically happen after this? Yeah, it's amazing. I'm wondering, how are you all handling milk in this universe?
and
How,
that's a great
because
question.
I feel like milk is sort of cow's milk is a friend in my movie, and oat milk is a foe. But I'm wondering what role milk.
And then the
plays.
biggest thing
I
is
think
cow.
before you
What
can
is cow?
what
And
is
what
cow?
is
Cow in this
cow?
world.
What
What
is
is
cow
cow in
and
this-
am I human?
How do we
or
answer for
wheat?
cow?
And
Exactly.
I think when you talk about milk, you're also talking about spoon.
Yes.
Who is because spoon in our universe?
Because once we open up the doors for inanimate objects talking, then we must also ask what other things have souls.
Yes.
Do the chairs you're sitting on to eat the breakfast have a soul?
Yes.
And I said breastfist, and
I knew it.
and I want you to know that because that's very intentional. Because
Breast fast is intentional. Please explain.
so a breastfest is when you are eating a bunch of chicken breast.
my God.
And
It's
so you
actually-
must have chicken breast.
Who wants chicken bracks?
So breast fist is when you eat chicken breast.
So
Chicken
breast.
breasts. You must have
thing at a
messed that.
time.
One thing at a time.
Okay, so one thing at a time. So
And please speak carefully because we have 2 things in the queue.
This is like Jumanji. When you say it, it exists.
it exists.
So
so
please
breast-
calm down and then speak. Do
Okay,
not laugh.
I'm going to have to breathe because breastfist is when you eat what was formerly known as a chicken breast for breakfast. When you protein load your breakfast. But a chicken breast is when the chicken breast is exiting the country it's from. So you have to go eat it
Oh, like
outside of the
Brexit.
European Union.
Chicken
Yes.
breast.
Like Brexit. Like Brexit.
And I've never misspoken. So, but it opens up the question of
Yes.
mortality of souls. Like,
Yes.
what do we believe is deserving of a story? What do we believe is deserving of a narrative?
Well, for me, we're using milk as a huge tsunami that took over Mini Wheat's whole family town.
Oh, so it's like a
took
force of
over.
destruction.
And it
Force.
destroyed. And but what's so interesting is once he cries milk. So what is a part of his body is almost what killed his family.
It's beautiful.
Right? And he looks at his hands. His hands are sticks. And he sees and he's shaking, right? He's shaking. His legs are sticks and his hands are sticks. And he's shaking. And he goes, am I what killed my family?
Oof.
And I think it just begs the question, like, is history repeating itself? Are we just a part of the traumas that built us?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I am trying to get away from jerk chicken in my script just as
Okay.
hard as I can. It's just
Yeah,
amazing what
yeah.
you're talking about in your script and the difficulties that I'm trying to get away
What's
from.
milk for those guys?
Yeah, what's milk for them?
Look, I don't want to get into it. Milk for them is milk, okay?
Oh, normal milk.
Milk is
Normal
milk.
milk.
They love chugging down some milk.
So they drink it.
They drink it. There's a lot of milk. So for milk in our universe is milk.
Okay.
Chicken is food. Cow is God. It's just a weird thing that they're messing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And what's bowl and spoon?
Bowl and spoon don't exist.
Okay.
They refuse to let me add a bowl and a spoon. Oh, sorry. Spoon is surfboard. That's something very, very actually true to the lore.
Now that
Spoon is
sounds like a blast.
That's
surfboard,
interesting.
and bowl is wave.
Oh, great.
Bowl is wave ocean.
For Tony, milk is kind of like Popeye's spinach, right? It makes him big and buff and strong.
I wish.
And then Bowl and Spoon are the Mr. Bowl and Mr. Spoon are the evil bosses, the conglomerates, his bosses that are trying to keep him down. So my question
Is the bowl the wife?
no.
Okay.
It was Mr. Bowl and Mr. Spoon.
Oh,
Did
I'm
I
so
say
sorry, I'm
Mrs.
so
Spoon?
sorry. No, I
Mrs.
think
Bowl?
I misheard.
Oh no, I mean that's a great idea.
That's amazing how we recognized a mistake and then we walked it back.
That's something interesting to learn.
I'm really confused by that because why didn't you say what you meant the first time? I like, are you lying? I'm
No,
just confused.
No, it's
I
okay.
misspoke and then I said I'm sorry.
And
I didn't
thank you.
mean that.
And thank
Guys,
you for
I've got
doing that.
something to admit. Milk is actually ganja in my movie.
Okay, and I knew it. I knew it.
I knew.
I didn't have the courage to say it the first time.
And we were gonna let you just
Yeah.
sort of.
They smoke milk.
Okay.
They smoke milk, so
they can't
does,
stop smoking milk.
and it fills their lungs with what? Liquid?
Milk.
These people. It doesn't make
Doesn't make
sense.
But here's my question. This is very interesting, right? So milk for you is a friend. Milk for you is
Natural
force of
disaster, climate
destruction.
change.
Milk for you is weed, and milk for me is Popeye's spinach. So what are we going to do?
That is a fun little game we like to play in these
So
Kellogg's
fun.
emails.
We have a light
What
thread.
are we
We have a
going
to do. How do we make it all work?
Because we do. How do
How-
we reconcile? Because they do want what they want is crossover movies. What they want is an extended cinematic universe with defined lore. But it appears. Oh,
Oh,
They're calling.
what?
Kellogg's?
They said they weren't going to watch
They're
this.
calling. Yeah.
Is this maybe your draft?
yeah. Should I say something about the milk?
Just
Just say,
I-
what are we going to do?
just
All
say
right.
thank you. Just
Yeah,
say thank
if
you
you
to them.
can-
Say-
Just
just
say-
say thank
say
you.
thank
Just say
you.
thank you.
If I don't come back, it was a real pleasure.
It was so nice meeting
it
you. in
was
person.
it was great to meet
It
you.
was nice to meet you guys.
And-
I hope you do. I hope everything's okay.
Me too. But whoever takes over the next Tony the Tiger, can you tell them to be nice to him? Because I actually liked the guy.
Oh,
Oh,
you fell in love with your character.
That's not gonna happen to you. That's
Oh, it'll
you're
be
gonna
fine.
Be
I'll
okay.
be back. I'll be back. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Whoa.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Two
If you
people
get him
just
on the
showed up
horn-
in suits. What the heck?
I'll be back. I'll be back. I'm gonna be back.
Oh my God,
And
they're
grabbing,
pulling you
they're
away.
grabbing to pull you
They're
away.
pulling you away.
Oh,
They just made the shh motion to us.
Well, this is what's scary about Kellogg's. Oh,
oh my!
oh my
Oh,
God.
God.
Oh my God.
Oh,
He just purposely knocked over that chair.
Oh.
because he's so disoriented. Oh no, he's not well.
So maybe we shouldn't question it anymore because what
Yeah.
happened just there freaked me out. So
Yeah,
let's just
Sell it.
Sell it.
Sell it.
Just
Sell
sell
it.
it.
Sell it.
Sell
Let's
it.
sell it.
Sell it.
Yes, let's sell it.
Yes,
sell
let's sell it.
Yes, let's sell it.
Sell it.
Yes, let's sell
double
it.
down and sell it.
My movie is called Snack Crackle Pop. It sells Tim Meadows. It sells him. It sells
And,
him.
and the
it
name
sells
is
him,
changed
and I'm
back
selling
to
him.
the original.
Redraft.
and it's amazing, and it's a power struggle between three men, and
Yes.
you've got to see it in theaters July 22nd 2020 ? You got to see it.
The Mini Wheat movie starring Rebel Wilson as the Mini Wheat. And
Who
alongside
is Rebel Wilson?
Yes,
You
Paul
could have told us
Mezcal.
that.
Paul Mezcal. Both of them struggling to figure out the trauma of their past, walking down a small Rhode Island town. One day they find out that both of their traumas connected each other, and just simply by a look, they realize there is time to heal.
Don't worry about a thing, but maybe you should. What happens when all those worries have to be thrown out of the window and you have to make it to your best friend's due date? His wife is having birth, but
He's having birth.
it's your sister and his wife, and you do not get along with him. Now you'll have to cross the entire country of Jamaica in one piece. But get ready, there's gonna be a lot of errors on your way. Starring Cinnamon and Bad Apple. It's the Applejacks movie.
I like that they're billing it as the character name and not the actor.
I like it.
Yes, they do not want to know. They don't want you to know who's behind the Bad Apple and Cinnamon.
What's this? A post-credit sequence? It's Mr. Mini-Wheat walking down the streets of Jamaica. He's walking.
And what does he say? What does Rebel Wilson playing Mr. Mini-Wheat say?
Well, she looks up and sees Cinnamon. You don't have to voice him. I think it's just a wink.
have to.
No, I think it's just a wink. It's like all those post credits. It's just a wink, and they go shoot. He's Mini Wheats at this point at the end of the movie. No spoiler alert. Is struggling to to fight and almost needs a group of people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when at the end of all of our movies we are trying to tie in a possible Justice League of sorts.
Yes, because we don't know which movie we're going to cross over with. So,
Yeah.
so what's that? A post-credit scene? Snack, Crapple, and Bop are engaged in a
Say Bob.
yes, yes, because the character's full name is Bop It, which is so we have Snack, Crapple, and Bop It, and they are engaged in a vicious battle of rock paper scissors to see who will become the Krispy King. But then who walks in? Cinnamon is the Winamon, and
Ding dong, someone's at the door.
ding dong, someone's at the door. We open it up.
It's great.
Oh my gosh. And behind Tony the Tiger comes a tsunami of milk.
And a gun. With Will Smith? What the hell? It's Men in Black tie-in. That's
And
right.
then-
We're trying to tie in Men in Black to the Kellogg's universe.
Will Smith is on stage, and who walks up to slap him? It's
Cinnamon to get revenge for Chris Rock.
But who comes in to slap the Cinnamon? It's Lucky the Lucky Charms leprechaun.
From General Mills. That's right. We're
Ding
tying
dong.
in.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
Ding dong, who's at the door? It's young Sheldon. CBS tie-in. Young
This
Sheldon.
is all one post-credit
This
scene.
is one post-credit scene.
Because we're selling it today. We're selling it.
And we're selling it, and we're selling it, and we're selling it. Oh my God.
Are you getting a call too?
I'm getting a call.
No.
Wait, what's happening?
I'm just getting a call. Hold on. Hello? Oh my God.
No.
Oh my God.
Oh, the phone
No.
call is pulling you.
I've never
Oh my God.
Oh no, Elisa.
Lisa.
Oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
she threw that chair on the ground.
Okay. We're dropping like flies. We got somehow they must be behind. They're pulling them away.
I don't know what's going on. I don't want to do a movie with a Jamaican accent.
Don't say
Why did I do a movie with a Jamaican accent?
I don't want to do a movie.
For some reason, you can't do Jamaican accents right now, and I don't want to. Oh my God. It was a ghost. Everybody, we love cereal. And before, I guess, I'll say it. Cereal controls everything. Big cereal controls everything.
No, you're
Amazon,
gonna leave.
Elon Musk,
Don't go.
everything is.
No.
Hello?
Oh no, there's a phone call inside of you. No. 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 Where did my friends go? I don't want to make a movie about family trauma with Rebel Wilson. I don't wanna. Is anybody out there? Oh no, I'm seeing 4 figures. Mr. Kellogg? Mr. Kellogg? Is that you?
It's me, Mr. Kellogg.
Hi. Give me back my friends. They were just great filmmakers.
They weren't your friends. They were just co-workers.
Just let me go, please.
That won't be possible.
Oh, Mrs. Kellogg.
That won't be possible. Come
Please.
into the dark. submerge yourself in milk.
Okay, fine. I'm going. This has been Artist on Artist on Artist on Artist answering the question. Now that's why they call it showbiz. Good night. We're going to explain why we did that and why Patrick got a phone call on our after show. Check it out on our Patreon. Love you guys and welcome to the beautiful
Dynasty Typewriter.
Goodbye.
Artists on Artists on Artists on Artists is an improvised Hollywood roundtable podcast created, performed, and produced by Kylie Brakeman, Jeremy Colhane, Angela Giratana, and Patrick McDonald. Music is by Gabriel Ponton. The opinions expressed on this podcast do not reflect the opinions of anyone who works on it, not even the performers, because this is an improvised podcast and we're stupid. Full video versions of AOA are available on YouTube, so please like and subscribe and leave us a 5-star review wherever you get your podcasts. That's all for now. Good night, Hollywood!